Are you a professional worrier? I know it sounds like a really strange question, but there are some people, myself included, that were professional worriers. I worried constantly. I worried all the time about everything and everyone. So much so that I would tell people, if you don't feel like worrying, I'll worry for you. What? That's craziness. That is total craziness. And I will tell you, there are people all over the world that do this. They are professional worriers and they worry constantly about everything. I know I did, to the point where I had bleeding ulcers for years and years and years. It took me a long time to get a hold of like that worrying, because I grew up in a very chaotic, disruptive situation at home. And so I was always worried about who was happy, who was not happy, what's going on, where everybody is, it's like worry, 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 worry constantly, constantly. And it's one of those, I worried even if other people weren't. Seriously, I worried. Hi, my name is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and I'm an intuitive psychic medium here in the Sugar Land area. That's just outside of Houston. Today we are talking about worrying, and I'll tell you kind of some things that maybe really help me kind of understand what worrying is and how to change it. Now, I will tell you, a lot of times everything that you say, feel, or think literally kind of almost becomes a prayer. It's the best way to put it into terminology that most people understand. Becomes a prayer, and it kind of goes up into heaven and talks to all of those people up there, all of our angels and our guides, our guardian angels, all that kind of stuff. Like, it sends the message to them directly. And it's kind of harsh. It's one of those, like, we're always kind of sending that energy up to them. Like, I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm worried about this. Now, I will tell you, a lot of times, like, we don't realize the energy that that's carrying, because we're sending so much stuff up there constantly. I'm worried about this, I'm worried about that, I'm worried about the car, the house, the car payment, the truck payment, the mortgage, the kids, the husband, the wife, the whatever it is, like everything. We're worried about so many little crazy things that we really stop to realize, like, how much energy we're actually putting into it. And if we started doing that, like, every time we send a message, it's like, one ticker, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, we're sending a whole bunch of it. But when we send positive energy, it's 10 times stronger. But how often are we sending that positive energy? Everything's going to turn out all right. Everything is going to turn out to my favor. Everything is going to be okay at the end. How many times are we doing that? Less, because those worry emails are just flinging up to them constantly. This is what I'm worried about. This didn't work out right. This didn't go. My boss said this to me. My sister said this. My brother said that. My uncle, my cousin, my sister, blah, 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 blah. And we're sending thousands of those. But how many good, positive emails are we sending? How many? Like I said, they're stronger, but we send much less of them. So if we start shifting our thinking, kind of like, let's shift it over here and let's start thinking more positive thoughts. If we start thinking those positive thoughts, we're going to be sending more positive thoughts up there. And that's usually what we're going to get more of. And it's one of those, because that worrying is always like, when we have one worry, we're always thinking about the next worry, and then the next one, and the next one. When we send a positive one, it's like, oh, we've sent it, it's all good, it's over with. No, let's send some more. Let's send some more positive. Everything's going to turn out all right. Everything is going to come out the way it's supposed to be. Everything is going to be in good order. Everything is going to be working the way it's supposed to be. Everything is going to be doing this. So the more positive energy we're sending out, the more we're going to get back. And the more we're actually going to be looking for those positive things. When we send out the negative, when we send out those worries, we're always looking for the next thing to worry about. When we send out the positive, we should be looking for those next positive steps. What is that next step that we should be doing? What is that next idea or energy that we should be sending to our angels and guides? And I guarantee you, they are waiting for more positive ones. They're like, yes, send more positive ones. We love those. We love getting in that energy. So make sure that you are sending way more positive ones than you are sending negative ones. And I guarantee it'll switch things around for you. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.